race. So many people were in the race, but Cyrus Mistry got the promotion, the position. One of the reasons was this: move ahead when on top. That is, people change jobs. It is said that you should not repair the roof when it is raining. Okay, so when one wants to go to the next level, if he is not getting in the same company, suppose I am working at X level, I think I deserve X plus Y level, but I am not getting. If I have to go out, that time I should be performer here. In that company, I should be the best. That is what I mean by move ahead when on top. You have to go when you are top, so that you can demand certain salaries and positions when you are going to the next job. Take up challenges head on. People generally don't want to do that. They want to run away from the challenges. But these are the things which will take somebody up. These are the reasons, these are the things which top management will watch out for. Like if you see, there was a match which I saw on YouTube a few days back, where that last over, who will bowl the last over against Pakistan or somebody, and Sachin actually says, I want to bowl. And Azharuddin and a few other people, they are discussing whom to give the last over, and some against South Africa, and Macmillan, I forgot the name, somebody was there, and 8 wickets were down, and Sachin took the ball out of his own, he said, okay, let me try and do this. So he took the challenge up. So people still remember that. He took the challenge and he won the match for India. So we have to take the challenge. Even if we fail or succeed, we have to take the challenge. Create waves. If you see when somebody is swimming, so the wave comes, if you catch the wave, you will go ahead. But if the wave catches you, it will pull you on inside. So in corporate world, one has to create waves. He has to create records which never happened earlier. If I go in a company, I will have to find out, suppose I am selling chairs, I have to find out who did maximum last year. And if I do double than that, or maybe 50% or 30% more than that, then I have created a wave which will take me ahead. So he should be on the lookout. Generally people say ki kam se kam kiska hua hai, let me at least do that and save. Let us not survive, let us try to excel. Don't only work but network. It is very important thing. Like all of you have come here, if you network with each other, everybody is rich with experiences and contacts. So networking will always take somebody at the next level, rather than only working and working and working. Then smart work. People say there is a difference between smart work and hard work, but actually smart work contains hard work, because one can work smartly only after he has worked very hard, which people don't understand. Like if you see the invention of pipe, which takes the water from here to there, you know the story behind that? See, there was a village, and that village didn't have water. So the next village had a well. From there, these two young boys used to go and get the water. So every day they used to go there, fill 2 buckets of water, and they used to come back and sell this water at the village here. This went on, like hard work was going on. They used to go get the water and take the money. One day, one of the boys said, let me think, what can I do better? Because my body will give way one day, I will be old, and what will happen? So he sat down, but the other guy said, you waste your time, I will go and do hard work. So he kept on doing that, he kept on earning money. But the other guy kept on thinking, what should I do so that the water comes from there to here and I get paid without doing hard work? And after doing so much of hard work, he came with the idea, only because he did all that hard work, he came with the idea that he can have something wherein the water starts from there and comes here. So I will have something like this, where the water will be poured on that and come. Then something in between will fall in the water will be contaminated. So can I cover it? So likewise he kept on thinking, and the pipe got invented. So that was, then what happened? He put the pipe there, and the pipe got the water here, and he started earning. So people would say this is a smart work. But he could only imagine this after having worked there doing the hard work. So that difference one has to understand today. It is not only the smart work for the sake of smart work, it has to be hard work, extreme hard work, then only you can come up with the idea of smart work. That idea will never come unless you have not done that groundwork. And be a good and fair human being. What happens is in corporate life, this is what is taken. Like suppose your subordinate should feel that, okay, generally if you are in a position where people are reporting to you, people should believe that this guy is not going to do something which is wrong for the company. Suppose there are 3 people reporting to him, everybody should have the belief that this is, whatever decision he is taking, it is good for the company, not for good for me or himself or anybody. So that is being fair. So it may be wrong for all those 3, it may be wrong decision for himself also, but it has to be a right decision for the company. So that is what I mean by saying he has to be a fair human being. The decision has to be favoring the company, it has to be good and fair human being. Third page is work-life balance. like people, this also comes near to stress management. Actually, if you have some life of your own apart from work, your stress will be managed. I met a lot of people in senior positions who always used to talk about I am going through stress and things like that. So I also tell them that you spend some time, develop some hobby. Either you read or you watch movies or play some game. If you do that, that is a life. You will be away from that. For some time you will be away from your work pressure and you will be healthy. So that work-life balance has to be maintained. You have to work also, at the same time you have to make sure your life also is taken care of. Retire at the age of 45. So people ideally should, please. These boys, young boys who want to start corporate career should have the aim that they should retire at 45. After, if they retire at 60, they might not be able to enjoy the whatever life has to offer them. They can't go to a picnic and enjoy things like that. So 45, they should decide this is the age where I want to retire in terms of responsibility, not in terms of quitting the job. Even if they have to work, it will not be for money. They will be working for their enjoyment. So retire from responsibilities at the age of 45. Okay, now one other subject is 4 balls in the air. If you see, spiritual, physical, financial and personal, these are the 4 balls which we juggle always during the daytime, during our lifetime. And all those 3 balls, 3 of those balls are made of rubber. Even if they fall, they will bounce back. But personal life, personal matlab relationships with your family, you don't have a second chance if something goes wrong there. Like Amitabh Bachchan used to say that he saw his kids growing up horizontally. Like he used to leave home at about 7 o'clock when they are sleeping. When he used to come at about 11:30, they are sleeping. So he found them growing horizontally. So he never could, like he said, I have never heard them saying mama first time or daddy first, like taking the first step first time. So all those things he missed. So that is what I mean by this personal. So even if he is successful somewhere else, that will always remain with him and that will never be able to be compensated. And other thing is be with the people who are more successful than you. People tend to be with people who are not as successful as, or maybe lesser than them. So they feel a sense of superiority somewhere, that okay, he is not doing as much as I am doing, so I am happy, I am okay compared to this guy. But if somebody wants to be really successful in life and as well as in corporate life or wherever, he has to be with people who have done more than him, who have achieved more than him, because that will always keep, that will keep on teaching us a lot of things. So we will be picking up so many things from the person who is more successful than us, and that will help us. Put others under obligation. This is not in a negative sense. This is in a sense where we have to keep on helping people without expecting anything in return. If I have to do something with the expectation, that is an investment. If I am putting 100 rupees, I am expecting 110 rupees, that is an investment. If I am doing something where I don't know what is going to come back, I am doing only because I am happy doing that. That is what I mean by this. And we have to, the people who are around you should be benefiting from you. So in whatever way you can help them, we have to keep on helping, so that they can come under obligation. They will always help you whenever you are in trouble. SMS, now this new thing which has come like SMS, that can be a good relationship maintenance tool. Wherein suppose I have a friend with whom I have not been able to speak to for so many years, at least I can have a SMS on his birthday, or maybe one of the festivals which are happening, Diwali, Dasara, whatever. So that you will be in touch with that person. At the same time, you are not actually talking to him, but at the same time he is in touch with you. So that relationship will not break off completely, because relationship breaks when the communication breaks. SMS will keep the communication going on. And act, never react. This is a point which is very important in corporate life. Like when I joined, I started my job in something like 1990 in sales. I spoke to my boss that I don't know anything about sales, and this is the first job of mine. So he said, if you remember this thing, you will always be successful in life, and in corporate life and life also. You should not display your emotions. When you react, you are displaying your emotions. So he said you have to always act, never react, because in corporate life you will be put into situations wherein you will feel like reacting violently. But you have to control yourself and act, show that side of the personality which is acceptable to everybody, and keep the emotions with you. There will be time when you can make sure that you are compensated enough, but you should not react. That will actually put you in trouble. Other points are no excuses, only delightful results. See, now I am saying delightful, what do you mean by, if anyone can tell me why I am saying delightful results? Results is one thing, but why delightful? What do you mean by delight? Happiness. But happiness and delight, there is a slight difference. I'm talking from a corporate point of view. Corporate is looking at you as a person who has given delightful results. So happy and delight, there is a small difference. If anybody can tell me. Positive, the result should be delightful. Right. I will give you one example. If you remember in earlier days that doodh wala used to come to deliver milk to us. So whenever we used to ask for 1 liter, he used to give 1 liter and then he used to put a small. So that is delight. So if you get what you expect is happiness. If you get more than what you expect is delight. So what I'm saying is delightful results is if the company expects you to do say 1 crore rupees business in a year, you cannot do 1 crore. If you want to rise above, you have to do maybe 1.10 or 1.20, 1.40. So it has to be delight for the corporate who has employed you. That is what happy, as you rightly said, it is if you are given 1 crore, you have done 1 crore, you are happy. A backup plan, like this is very important. These two things go together. Love your job, not the company. Like you should always have a backup plan. Today anything can happen. Companies are just closing. One fine day they decide to close. Like Uninar is going. Like 122 licenses got cancelled. So most of the companies said, okay, we don't work. There is a airport maintenance company, number 2 in the world, Fraport. They said we want to quit India because there is the policy paralysis. We don't work. So anything can happen, and tomorrow we can be on the road. It will only become worse and worse and worse. So always one should have a backup plan in terms of maybe whatever hobby he has, he can develop that into a commercial venture. Suppose I know how to play guitar. If I can take guitar classes, if I know how to do yoga, if I can take yoga classes, if I have something, like Warren Buffett used to say, don't test the depth of the water with both the legs. Right? So you have to put one leg and see how deep it is. Generally, if you don't have action, this backup plan, you can be gone. Anything can happen because tomorrow a company of Reliance size also can vanish. Anything can happen. So one should always have a backup plan, and one should love the job, not the company, because company, one fine day things can happen that you don't fit in the scheme of the things. Suppose you are in say Delhi and you are doing wonderfully well, and you don't want to leave Delhi and go to any other city, and company wants to close Delhi operations for whatever reason, not only for business reason, maybe some other reason. Then you are gone because company's plan of things, scheme of things, you are not fitting in. So it is better to love the job, not the company. So these are the points which will be discussed in detail with the help of lot of support which we have in terms of video clippings and things like that. So how we'll be doing this, we'll take one example. If you go to the first slide, first page, we'll talk about creative visualization as the that characteristics we'll discuss with the help of whatever material we have, and similarly all the other